Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So today we'll be starting about the introduction, and then we'll be seeing what are the things that we'll be covering, and I'll be sharing a doc with you, so you can go and see what are the topics that we'll be covering, and so on and so forth. Okay, and we'll start with the introduction. This is digital advertising. So, as you know, right, digital advertising is something which we do online, as everybody know it. So, what is the importance of digital advertising? Right now in 2025, the digital advertising spend is almost $600 billion. That is better than almost top 10 companies in India. Okay, at globally, digital advertising is so much, and it is something which is not irreplaceable. Okay, so any company, any organization wants to improve sales, they have to do digital advertising. There is no other option. So every small company, every startup has to do advertising. Even companies like Google and Amazon still are doing digital advertising and spending billions of dollars. So digital advertising is important. Here in digital advertising, we have a lot of different ways to promote our product. For example, Google has the feature called as search ads, where you can bid on the inventory and your ads can be shown. Okay, that is search ads. We'll go into detail, but this is just an introduction. I'll be just sharing you pointers. And also we have sponsored posts in Instagram and LinkedIn and Facebook and Twitter. You see these sponsored posts where people wants to promote their product, and they'll be doing sponsored post and they'll be posting their posts. So that is one of type of advertising. And you have video. In video you have pre-roll, mid-roll, and you have post-roll. That is, whenever you are watching a video, you will be shown ads before the video, and in between the content they'll be showing the videos, and also they'll be showing you videos at the ending. You will be seeing ads in OTT platforms, CTT platforms, and when you open your Gmail, you'll also be seeing sponsored ads in your email as well. So everywhere digital advertising is there. So why we need to do digital advertising is we can measure our campaigning performance. In the traditional advertising like TV and radio, we are unable to know, did the user see our ad, or has he done any kind of an action, did he call us. There is something which is not there in traditional media, which is radio and television. But with digital advertising, you can do everything. You can retarget the particular user, or you can also see how many people have clicked on your ad. All these things you can do with digital advertising. Okay, and why should we learn digital advertising? It's because of career opportunities. If one digital advertising course, if you do properly, you can apply to 35 to 40 different roles. That is one of the best course, where in other courses, if you learn that particular subject, you can only apply up to one or two positions. But with digital advertising, there are like a number of career opportunities, right from performance marketing to data, digital specialist. You can also set up the SEO specialist, you can do the meta specialist, Amazon PPC. So it's so many different opportunities that you have. Okay, and it's also having a global presence. That means you can work from anywhere, and you can work even for the global clients, and you can do consultancy, you can do freelancing, everything you can do with digital advertising. Okay, so here's the main part: understanding the ecosystem. So there are two players for any business to start. There are two players: one, someone who is doing the business, and someone who is promoting the business, right? So if I wanted to start a business and I want to run ads, I'm an advertiser, because I'm the one who wants to show ads to the people, and I want to get people to purchase my products. So I'm an advertiser. Publisher is a person who has an application or a YouTube channel or a website or anything. What he does with his inventory, whichever inventory is available on his in his application or website, he will be selling that space. Suppose if you see, you're going into any news channel, you'll be shown different kind of ads. So publisher is selling his space. People are coming onto the website, and he's selling space, and he's earning the money. Before digital advertising also, people used to, we have publisher and advertiser. For example, if in traditional method, what we used to do is, we used to contact TV owners who are the publishers. So they will be showing ads about our product, and in radio as well they used to speak about us. But here in the digital advertising, we have like omni-channel presence. We can do anything if we have an internet connection. So these two are very important: publisher who owns website, apps, or any content that he's creating either on LinkedIn, YouTube, Meta, anywhere. So he's a publisher. Advertiser can be any brand, advertiser agencies, anyone who wants to spend money and want to get goods purchased by the end user. Okay, till now, any doubts? Do you have any doubts till now? What are other pays? Everything is okay. Do you have any doubts still here? Anyone? Okay, I'll take it an S. Okay. So, as I spoke, digital versus traditional advertising. Here you have the number of things that you can track via traditional or in digital way. In reach, you have a lot of reach you will be getting in traditional. If you are promoting via billboards or TV or radio, a lot of people can see your ad, and there's a mass audience. With digital, you want to only target specific people. Suppose if I'm selling uh, handbags for women, I'll be targeting only women, and that to a age like 18 to 35. So I am targeting those people. I don't want everybody to see my ad. In TV, if you are promoting for a handbag, even a kid will be seeing that ad, or even a 60 years old person can see an ad. So with digital, you can highly specifically target people with measurements. See, these points are very important: reach, measurement, cost, interactivity, and optimization, because these are something which will be asked in interview, and this nomenclature you need to adapt if you are uh, learning digital advertising. Okay, measurement. You might be heard about Google Analytics, right? Where user we can track user behavior, where he has clicked, how much scroll he has done on the page, which pages he visited, everything we can have it with digital advertising. With traditional, you cannot track anything until and unless if someone calls to the designated phone number. Suppose you're running a campaign in TV and you given a phone number. So if someone calls to that particular phone number, you can say this particular phone number is from that particular campaign which we provided, so they called. But if someone has taken your website name and he just went into Google and he typed that website name, you cannot track it because there is no measurement involved there. For traditional cost, it's expensive. TV, if you want to promote anything in TV, it's expensive. And with digital, you have like really flexible budgets. You can even start spending from $1 to $1 billion. So you have flexible budgets there. Interactivity is one way. Here you have a two-way engagement. You know who all are viewing your ad. Every information is recorded, so you have two-way engagement. You cannot do any optimizations in traditional because you don't know exactly the how analytics is working. But in digital, you can do a lot of A/B testing. You can set up this creative. If creative is not working, you can change the creative, or you can change the targeting, or you can change the geography. You can do multiple things. With traditional way, you cannot do anything. Okay, so here is the point that you can read: a television adverts reaches million, but you don't know who watched it. A Google search ad can tell you how many people actually clicked it or signed up. Okay, so these are some of the types of digital advertising, but there are still many more digital advertising formats are there. uh, they are like DOOH, digital out of home. Yeah, it is not there here. You can also do connected TV, connected TV, which is video advertising, which is a sub part of it. And you also have uh, banner ads. You have rich media ads. So many advertisings are there. But we'll be going when we are discussing on that particular topic. Okay, so types of digital advertising. You have search advertising. Search advertising is not only Google search. Okay, if you go into Amazon and see that, I'll just suppose best tour packages in Goa. Okay, you see the sponsored results. This is whenever you see sponsored result, that means this is a ad. And if you come down till here is your sponsored ads. If you want to hide, you can hide it. But from here, it is your SEO results, search engine optimization results. So if you click here, no cost will be involved to make my trip. But if you click on any of the sponsored ads, like make my trip is also promoting, even though it is in the first position in organic traffic. If you click here, they might deduct a certain price for Google will charge based on clicks. If you're clicking on that particular product, you're redirecting into the advertiser website. Okay, so a cost is involved there. So that is search advertising. And even you can do that search advertising even in Flipkart. You can do that even in Skyscanner. You can do it in Amazon, because even in Amazon, if you're trying to search for a product, wherever you have the search functionality, suppose if you're uh, trying to purchase iPhone 17 Pro and you're searching for it, and you see the sponsored here. This is a sponsored where whenever the advertiser wants to sell this product, they will run the internal auction for search, and they need to pay a money to Amazon, and his product will be displayed here. So wherever you have a search functionality and there is like bigger organizations involved, everybody will be doing search advertising. Even Flipkart does it. Even all the big companies do the search advertising. Okay, clear so far? Any doubts? Any doubts so far? Can I take it in S? Okay. So next is the display advertising. Display advertising where you will be showing images in place of text results. So here in Google, if you're seeing best holiday packages in Europe, right? So whenever you're doing a search, you have the text results. These are the sponsored ad. These are the text results. When if you want to show any display like image, like for example, if you open ClickBus, whenever you click, this is the publisher website, and you can show ads like this. This is the display ad. So what happens here? ClickBus is promoting the advertiser business on its own platform, as ClickBus is a publisher where it will be showing all different scores for the different countries, right? So what it will do, it has a lot of user base, so it can start promoting the advertiser products, and they'll be earning money either through CPM basis or CPC basis. CPM is cost per milli, which is 1000 impressions. They'll be getting one amount, and also for the CPC, cost per click. If someone clicks on this particular image or creative, they'll be getting money. Okay, so these are the two ways where the publishers earn money. And for display advertising, they can promote their they can promote advertiser products. You can see it here, you can see it here. These are all the sponsored ads, and you have a lot. So many companies does it. All the companies who has a lot of traffic, they are doing it. Okay. So next one is social media advertising. You will be seeing that on ads on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Twitter, etc. You have it in Pinterest, everywhere. So you will be shown a sponsored name whenever you are trying to see an ad. You will show sponsored. So that is a ad. It is not an organic result that you're seeing. Okay. And coming to video advertising, you can see ads on YouTube, OTT platforms like Amazon. You can see it on Disney Hotstar. You can see on G. All these OTT platforms, they will be earning millions of dollars just by promoting. Then there will be a price involved. For video advertising, the CPMs would be around $10, $15. That means for every 1,000 viewers, they are earning 1,000 rupees. So how many? So they'll be purchasing all the movies and all, right? So it is an additional income that they'll be getting apart from partnerships. Okay, so that is about video advertising. Programmatic advertising. This is very important, and this is one of the important advertising where the bigger organizations do. Small organizations, the startup or anybody who has budget less than 1 lakh or 2 lakhs or maybe 10 lakhs, they'll be doing the search, display, and social media advertising. But companies having more money, they are doing programmatic and video advertising. Programmatic advertising is something which done automatically through software and through artificial intelligence, where you need to just set up the campaign and you can buy inventory from anywhere in the world. And this is booming. We will discuss in detail about programmatic advertisement. What are the components involved? Who are the players? How you can set up the campaigns? How you can optimize the campaigns? We can discuss in detail about that. That's sixth one is the affiliate or influencer marketing, which people in YouTube try to promote other advertising products where they set up, where they'll provide the link for the advertiser and they'll add their UTM parameters. And whenever advertiser there is a conversion, they'll give a commission, or they will give you a money for one video. It depends upon that affiliate or influencer. We'll discuss in detail about affiliate and influencer marketing, which the affiliate or influencer will get money for every conversion, or he'll be given a hefty sum in the starting while doing a video. Okay. Email and SMS marketing. You have WhatsApp automation where you can run ads on WhatsApp. You can run ads on SMS. You can send automated messages via emails to all the people, and you can also target which users to send email for. You can do that as well. That is also one of the digital advertising medium. Native advertising is a new advertising where you cannot segregate or differentiate between a normal advertising versus a native advertising. For example, for suppose you are looking into one website, and suppose if you're seeing this content, right, suddenly inside the content, like you're seeing this, right, great rates, you're seeing this, he spent years waiting for the right. So in it will be included here somewhere. So you don't know whether it is a original organic content or it is a sponsored content. You don't know about it, but only thing you can differentiate is you will have a sponsored here. But with Google and Amazon, what you can do is that the sponsored results will be shown on the top. But with native advertising, you cannot see the sponsored ad on the top. It will be included in the content itself. So you don't know whether it is a sponsored ad or a normal content, and by mistake you might click on ad. Okay, you might click on this and you might read that particular article or a advertiser business page. Okay, so far clear with whatever we discussed? Any doubts till here? Okay. See, we will be discussing every advertising in detail with a practical way. We'll be going into the US, we'll be discussing each and everything. So do not worry. This is just an introduction session. I'm just walking you through what are the types of advertising are there. and all, but we'll be discussing in detail about everything. Okay. Okay. So next, who are the major players? Who is controlling the digital advertising? So for search, it is Google and Bing. Bing is Microsoft's product, similar to Google. You can go into Bing and you can start advertising on Bing as well, and you have Google as well. So that is for the search. For social, you have Meta, TikTok, LinkedIn, Twitter, Snapchat, everywhere, everything. So majority in India, it is about Facebook and Instagram, and little bit of LinkedIn there. For video, you have all the OTT platforms, right from Amazon to Netflix to Geo, and you also have Hulu, which is one of the important competitor, and also you have YouTube, and you have several other streaming platforms as well that is there in video, but majority share is owned by YouTube. Okay, for programmatic, we have Trade Desk, which is a DSP, demand side platform, which controls 60% of the inventory and advertiser spend as well. For Google, it is Google DV360, which is a DSP, which is a demand side platform. It also controls almost 35 to 38%. Rest of the players, very minimal. They just control 2 to 3%. For analytics measurement, we use Google Analytics and Adobe Analytics. Adobe and Google are the important players to track user behavior and actions. So we can look into one of the analytics. Google is a free tool, whereas Adobe is a paid tool. So the nomenclature in both will be the same. We can use any of the analytics tool and we can see how it behaves. Okay. So these are some of the key terms you need to know uh, while you are working as a digital advertising specialist. The first one is an impression. So what I'll do, I'll just, can you see my screen? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, cool. So the key terms in digital advertising, the first one is impression. Okay. What is an impression? If there is a campaign that is running and if they are showing you your ad, that is called as impression. But whether it is seen by a human eye or not is something which the analytics measurement team decides. Okay, so impression would be impression and viewable impression. Okay, I'll just record this as well so that. Okay, so in impression, viewable impression, suppose if there is a campaign and the advertiser said that the advertiser and the publisher will be there, right? Two important people. Whenever there is a campaign and advertiser set up a CPM campaign. CPM campaign is cost per thousand impressions. See, we will have documentation for everything. Just try to understand this. Later, we will give you the documentation. Okay, cost per thousand impressions, and advertiser wants to spend like 10,000 rupees, and with 10,000 rupees he can set up the CPM campaign. For 1,000 impression he has to spend 1,000 rupees, so the CPM would be 1,000. For $1,000 he will be getting 1,000 impressions. This is a normal scenario I'm trying to understand. With 10,000 rupees he can get 10,000 impressions, that's all. Okay, he has a campaign budget of 10,000 rupees. With 10,000 rupees he can deliver only 10,000 impressions because the CPM is 1,000. CPM means cost per 1,000 impressions. Okay, for $1,000 you can show 1,000 impressions, just for example. And advertiser said that advertiser came to publisher and said, okay, you showed 10,000 impressions, but no one clicked on my product, no one clicked on my product, no one clicked on my product. So his entire money is wasted, his entire money is wasted. So now advertiser, whenever he's setting up second campaign, setting up a second campaign, he told, I don't want impressions, I want only viewable impressions. Viewable impressions means someone is viewing a particular impression. Impression does not guarantee viewability. Okay, there could be in Instagram, a impression has been loaded, but you just left that particular Instagram page. Might be after 2 3 scrolls there is an impression. Impression has loaded, but you did not see that ad. Okay, so viewable impression means a person has to see that particular ad. How it works? Viewable impression would be either 50% of your ad space should be seen for 1 second in display advertising, and 2 seconds for video advertising. Suppose you have a banner image like this. Even if you say 50% of it while scrolling, that too for 1 second, it is considered as viewable impression. If it's a video inventory, you saw the video ad, skip ad, if there's a skip ad, you just saw it for 2 seconds. That is considered as viewable impression. So from advertiser point of view, if most of the people are seeing their ads, that is counted as viewable impression. Okay, then comes the important concept called as viewability. Viewable impressions by impressions or measured impressions, anything you can take anything. So suppose if there are like 10,000 impressions, out of which 6,000 impressions are being viewed, so viewability would be 60%. Why we are calculating viewability? Suppose I'm an advertiser, I want to only set up campaigns with the companies who have more viewability. Okay, so if I'm setting up a campaigns with the companies where there is less than 20% viewability, that means I'm wasting my spend there. So whenever they're setting up the campaigns, whenever they are doing targeting, right, they will only target websites where they have more viewability. The standard viewability for any bigger advertiser to set up campaign is 70%. But in the interview, they might ask you, do you know viewability? Viewability is measured, viewed impressions by the total impressions. So you can say that. Okay. And also, we discussed about CPM, which is cost per milli. This is one of the pricing models, how advertisers charge money, advertiser spends money. Pricing model, cost per milli. Milli means 1,000 impressions. And we also discussed about CPC, which is cost per click. Okay, suppose you have 10,000 money as a spend and you got 200 clicks. What is your CPC? Cost by clicks, that is 2 zeros 50. The CPC is rupees 50. So we discussed about CPM, CPC, impressions, viewability, and viewable impressions, right? Next, we will discuss about, first we discussed about impressions, next we discussed about clicks. Clicks, whenever we have different campaigns, some people will do CPC campaigns. CPC campaigns is that I'll not give you money if you show my ad. I'll only give you money when someone clicked on my ad. Okay, so CPM campaigns will be less than CPC campaigns. Okay, because for CPM, if it is $1, CPC would be $5. Okay, think like that. CPM will be always less than CPC. CPC means cost per clicks we discussed. And the next one is conversion. Conversion means if someone has not only clicked on a particular ad, he has done some kind of a conversion like purchasing a product, or filling a contact form, or downloading PDF. Any action that is taken by the user is called a conversion, and what kind of a conversion that you set is also will also matter. So now if someone asks CPM, you know three different kind of a campaigns. One is CPM, CPC, and CPA, cost per action or acquisition or conversion. Okay, CPM campaigns will be less than CPC campaigns, CPC campaigns will be less than CPA campaigns. Okay, next we'll see what else is there. We discussed click-through rate, conversion, cost per click, cost per mail. Okay, return on average spend. Guys, if you don't understand anything, just stop me there, right? Otherwise, there is no point of me explaining if you don't understand it. Okay, this is just an introduction session, but everything we will discuss in detail. Okay, so the third point is ROAS, return on average spend. So if you are an advertiser, you have a product. Suppose think of a product is 10 rupees for you to make the product. Okay, and you are spending 5 rupees on advertising. Okay, 5 rupees on advertising. Okay, you will be selling that by adding your profit of like 5 rupees, and you will be selling that product to 20 rupees, right? That is how anybody does business. You have a cost to production, cost to production. This is advertising cost, and this is your profit. In the cost to production, even employees salaries, everything will be included, so you need 5 rupees profit. For example, you spend 10,000 on advertising. For every product you will be getting only 5 rupees. Okay, you only sold 100 products. By spending 10,000 rupees, you only sold 100 products, which you will be getting only 5 rupees as a profit. So you only got 500 rupees, but the spend you did for advertising is 10,000. So the return on average spend is negative. It is 9,500 rupees is loss for you. Okay, so advertisers, what they do, they will use ROAS to calculate whether their campaign is successful or not. So there will be a ratio like 1 is to 4. ROAS would be, if you're spending 1 rupee, how much money you're making. If your ROAS is 1 is to 3 or 1 is to 2 or more than 3, it is a successful campaign. But if your ROS is 1 is to 1.2, that means you're not making any money and you're making a loss. So we use ROS to track every campaign performance. Okay. And the next things we discussed about programmatic. Okay. We'll discuss about retargeting. Have you ever wondered, whenever you're looking for a flight ticket, in Skyscanner or GoIbibo or Paytm, the similar flight ads will be shown to you. Even you are on Instagram or maybe on a news site So every website has cookies in place. Cookies. What does this cookies means? It is just a piece of software like a JavaScript code that will be enabled on the website. So they will be tracking you wherever you go. Suppose you are going to Skyscanner, they know a particular person has went to Skyscanner, and there will be auction that happens programmatically. That is called programmatic advertising. So everybody will bid within 1 millisecond, and they will be shown ads to you. So people who are looking for flights. So there will be like two buckets: interested, and there will be people who are interested, like interested in sports, will be shown certain kind of ads. But someone who has an intention of purchasing anything, like going to Skyscanner and looking for a flight from Hyderabad to Mumbai, so this information will be stored via cookie and will be passed on to advertisers, and advertisers will bid for that inventory, and you will be shown ads wherever you go. They will be keep tracking you everywhere. So that is how this advertising happens. And if you have taken any action, like you're clicking on their ad or doing anything, what they can do, they will again add you to their own list and perform retargeting campaigns. That is how you are shown different ads on different websites, even though you're switching between the websites apps. Even you go to Candy Crush, and if you're playing Candy Crush game also, that same ad will be popped up. That is because of your cookies. You enable cookies while visiting any website, that cookies will be tracking you here and there. Okay, so that is about ROS and targeting and cookies. And we have different things as well, but we will discuss in detail when we are looking into that particular topic. Okay, so now I'll stop sharing my screen. Any doubts so far? Sri,
No, sir. No, sir.
yeah, everybody can call me Srinivas. My name is Srinivas, and there is no Sar here. And Jonathan, I think you are joining the data analyst course, right, Jonathan? Can you hear me, Jonathan? Cool. So, size 3, did you understand?
Yes, Srinivas. Yeah.
Yeah, size. There are two size 3s, right?
Hello.
Yeah, Jonathan, tell me.
Yes, yes. I'm joining the two.
Okay,
Yes. So I've been watching the videos on YouTube on the data analytics.
okay. Are you understanding it? Are you finding any difficulties? Please, like the open feedback that you gave in WhatsApp, right? It's most welcome.
Okay.
I just decrease the site on the background. Thanks. Sure, Jonathan. Thanks
Like
for that.
today, I wanted to even join the main class and it was cancelled. I even sent a message to the group.
Yeah, understood. Because whenever we are having digital advertising class, I cannot be taking data analyst course because I have two more paid batches that I'm taking coaching
Okay,
for. So I cannot, like a free training, right? I cannot accommodate the time because anyway I'm also doing my job, so I cannot accommodate my time there. Yeah.
okay, okay.
Thanks. But
Thank you.
anyhow, you will be getting all the videos which I'm training for paid batches. Also, you can see the video, the quality, everything would be great. And if you don't understand, you can even ask me in our call so that I can use our QA session to explain it to you. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks. Great. Cool. Sai Sri Pulavarti, am I pronouncing right?
Yes, Srinivas.
Yeah. Are you understanding? Any doubts
Yeah,
so
yeah.
far?
No,
Okay.
no, no.
Great. Great. Sai Sri. Yeah. So till now we just discussed about the KPIs, what type of advertising will be there, and there are multiple things right now in the market. We are having GEO. Okay, the people are doing advertising on even ChatGPT. ChatGPT announced that it will start promoting sponsored results for the conversations that we are having with ChatGPT at a $60 CPM. So that is something which we need to watch for because it would be a game changer and it would disrupt the entire advertising business, how they search advertising versus most of the people are using ChatGPT, and in the future, people will be using the GPTs. So that is something with the ChatGPT announced in Jan 16th, and from February first week, we'll be seeing more advertising from ChatGPT. And it's a pilot thing started at US. We don't know when it reaches India, but we will see how it goes. Okay. So next steps in your digital advertising would be data and targeting. So you need to master audience segmentation. First of all, whenever you're setting up a campaign, there'll be a lot of audience that will be doing particular actions on your website. You need to segment that audience. Segment the audience means you need to divide audience between age group, geography, so that you can do retargeting campaigns for that audience. For suppose if you are uh, promoting maybe a luxurious brand, maybe a deodorant, luxurious brand, deodorant or a scent. So the age group that you wanted to target is 30 to 40 or maybe 20 to 40. But the price of that luxurious brand is more than 1 lakh. You cannot target everything, right? Everyone, right? Because they are not the optimal users. So you need to target people whose annual income is more than 50 lakhs per month, sorry, per year, or 40 lakhs. So you need to do the audience segmentation that we will be doing. And there is something called as lookalike audience. So you might get a relevant people to your website. Suppose you wanted to get like 100 people, but only 10 relevant people came. So you can use audience to find out look alike audience similar to the user behavior, right? Or we can target those kind of audience to get the desired results. You can do that with attribution. We can do that, and measurement. And also you can see the main goal here as an advertiser, for an advertiser, would be reaching out to the right audience at the right time at the right place. So we need to ensure, are we reaching out to the right audience or not? Okay. That is about data and targeting. Next is attribution model. Attribution model, it could be where you are running a campaigns in, for example, you're running campaigns on Google search, you are running campaigns on Facebook, Meta. You are also running campaigns on Amazon Prime, CTV and OTT. CTV means connected TV. The ads that you're seeing when you're viewing some content in your home, in your TV screen, that is called CTV. Either if you are seeing Netflix in your television, it is called as CTV. If you are seeing Netflix on your phone, it is called OTT. You know OTT, right? Over the top. Over the top. The abbreviation is over the top. So you'll have different CPMs altogether. When you're seeing in your phone, hardly you or your friends can see it. But in a TV, more than three people can see it. So the pricing would be different. So when you're running, and also you're running ads on radio and television as well. So whenever a user did a conversion, you don't know, did he come from Amazon, did he come from Facebook, did he come from Google search? But example, if the user UTM parameters are there from Google search, Meta and Amazon Prime, and also from radio as well, digital radio, that is like Spotify or any Adobe, any other radio, digital radio. So what happens, you need to understand the attribution model. Which attribution model is generating us more conversions? Either it's a first click, last click, or multi-touch attribution. First click means, suppose if Google is clicking on your ad first and being converted later after 3 4 days, even after he's coming from Meta or anyone, the attribution model we are using is first click. Last click means we don't consider where he clicked first. At the last, while we're promoting or retargeting marketing, we are doing anything, at the last he saw Instagram post and he purchased our product. we can say that it's a last click attribution model. Multi-touch means we are giving equal weightages to all the attributions. Suppose he came from Google, Instagram, and programmatic, maybe through GAM. So we will be giving weightage like 30%, 30%, and 40%. And we will say, okay, this particular product is being sold by this inventory or this channel. Okay, so that is attribution model. We'll discuss in detail about attribution model. Just you need to understand whom we are attributing to. Either we are attributing it to Google ads, either we are attributing it to meta ads, or we are attributing it to any of the other channels. Okay, so that is about the attribution model. Optimization is something which we do on a regular basis. As a specialist, we need to do that. Optimization means you need to learn A/B testing. A/B testing is nothing like, suppose you're setting up a campaign and you're having two creatives. Two creatives means two images for a specific product that you need to promote. What you will do, you will assign 50% of the budget to one creative and 50% of the budget to the other creative. If the first creative is giving you better CTR, better clicks than the second creative, you will put the remaining budget into the first creative and you can improve the click through rate. Okay, so that is one kind of an optimization, and you have different optimizations that you need to do while you're working on the campaigns. So optimization is something which is very important. At the end, you need to think from advertiser point of view. You need to spend less and get more number of clicks or impression, whatever the advertiser need. That is something you need to do. And the emerging trends, emerging trends, these emerging trends started recently. Like I told you, CTV and OTT, it started like 5 6 years back. And you can also explore AI and ad creation, that I told you about ChatGPT, which has started recently. And also you need to be aware of the privacy regulations. So GDPR, CCPA, California Children Protection Act. This is Protection Act. Not sure exactly. GDPR. It's also kind of Protection Act where you cannot show ads to users without consent, and you cannot show to children less than 13 years. So there are some privacy acts and regulations which are there. You need to aware of it because you cannot show your content to everybody. So for if your content, if there is a content and if you don't follow GDPR and CCPA regulations in US, they will fine a lot on your website as a publisher or an advertiser. Okay, so the future of digital advertising lies in balancing personalization with privacy, creative and automation, data with human. That it's normal point. Okay, so this is about the introduction. Okay, so what we will do, we will try to, yeah, this is something which I wanted to show. So what we will do, we will do the digital marketing basics. In digital marketing basics, we will discuss about digital marketing and advertising basics. We will be learning about the entire nomenclature of the advertising, what kind of words that are used, who are the players, and what kind of softwares that are there. Everything we'll be discussing. And for digital advertising, you should be knowing how to create a website, because if you don't know how to create a website, then you cannot do multiple things. Like if you have a website, it is easy for you to understand everything easily, and to do something practically you need to create a website. So I'll be telling you how to create a website, like where to host it, everything in the live session. And you can create your own website. You can think about it, what kind of a website you want to start. Either you can start your own about yourself, like a website you can do it for yourself, that you can use it in the interviews, it's like about yourself, your hobbies, you can create anything. Okay, and tools we will be using are, these are all the tools that we'll be use. So we'll be using Canva for creatives, Buffer we'll be using it for automation, Mailchimp we'll be using for email marketing, Semrush Uber Suggest, Google Keyword Planner we use it for SEO, Google Search Console we will use to update the pages and also index them, Analytics we use for measurement, Google Tag Manager setting up tags, some AI tools we need to know to automate things in a faster way. Google Business, My Business is Google owns product. Okay, just you need to aware of it. If you don't have it also, it's okay. Google owns own product. And we'll in SEO we'll be looking into all these things, and we'll also look into Google ads, we'll look into Meta, we'll look into LinkedIn ads. So all these things we will do it practically, and the rest two things like aptitude and also Excel, we will do along with data and listing. Okay, clear? Oh, sorry, I have not shared the screen, right? Sorry, I have not shared the screen, right? Okay.
Yes, we didn't see
Yeah,
the
yeah, that you
screen.
need to, because you guys are not informing me. Sorry. Okay, so now you can see my screen, I guess. Okay, so these are all the
Yes,
things we
please.
will be seeing. We'll be doing the introduction, creation of the website. These are the tools that we'll be doing. SEO we'll be doing. We'll set up Google Ads live campaigns. We'll see the live responses, live clicks. I have like a couple of websites. You guys can track it. You can do anything with it. Meta and social ads, we'll be doing it. LinkedIn, and we'll also be doing email marketing. So if you know all these tools, okay, and GA4 is one concept. See, I wrote in a single pointer, but it will take 3 4 days to complete every subtopic. Okay, so these are all the pointers that I'm saying, but every point which I am sharing with you will take a lot of time for us to do in a real time, because we only have 1 hour daily, right? So it will take a lot of time. And tomorrow what we will do, as we have tomorrow one more session, we will discuss basics about advertising, and then we'll start with creation of the website. Okay, so tomorrow we'll do that. And with for Excel, right, for Excel what we'll do, you and data analyst team will club together, so that Excel is something which is common for both of you, so that it will save my time. Okay, clear so far?
Yeah, clear, Srinath.
Yeah. Any doubts so far? So what I'll do today, I'll be sharing the presentation. I'll be sharing the presentation with you guys, and also sharing the doc with you, so that you can make a copy and you can write down your own information there. I will try to add on all the pointers there, and you can read more about it. Okay. Hope it's clear. Yeah. So that's all for the session, guys. Thanks for your time. I'll record it properly, and I will add your animations or whatever I'm speaking, right? So that you'll have the visual interface as well. So I'll try to add on everything, and I'll provide you the recording by end of day. Cool. Thanks. Thank you, guys. Thanks for your time. Bye.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Thank
Yeah. Thanks.